This guy has two faces. By day he's the school bully's delicate roommate. By night he's a paranormal and the fearless school bully. Here's the thing about some people. So now he can't go to the bathroom alone at night. He has to hold it for 2 whole hours. It started one night when the bully got back to the dorm right on time. Sure, he loves basketball, but lately he's been hooked on this paranormal streamer. The thud of the basketball echoes through the empty hallway. Hard to ignore. Right then, some guy with glasses rubs his eyes and comes out, checking who's showing off with late night exercise. But the second he opens the door, glaring right at him, all fierce. You guys all got weak kidneys in your dorm. Other students hear the commotion. They all come out to watch the drama. Oh man. Four Eyes is actually standing up to the bully. Look, the bully's mad. Four Eyes is down for. Four Eyes is sweating bullets now that he knows the truth. Forgot to check my horoscope today. Luckily, at the last second, some brave soul comes out to pull him back. I'm sorry, Matt. Our dorm really does have weak kidneys. We sleep early. Please let us on. Everyone else is still shaking, waiting to see what happens next. That's it. The bully suddenly turns around. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has that vibe. What, you guys don't want to sleep? Quick, close the doors. At the same time, all the doors slam shut tight. The hallway goes quiet again. Right then, Hang's phone buzzes. It's his important alarm reminder. He plops down in the chair at his computer, then opens up a streaming app. Smooth moves, all in one go. Welcome to Jiao Jiao's paranormal stream. On screen, a long-haired beauty with ruby red eyes appears. She's greeting fans entering the stream. Li Hang's username is Jiao Jiao's little leg hair. Right away, he shows off. Hang is definitely our cool and handsome bully, always keeping that stone-faced look. There's nobody else here. Really no need to put on. Hang stares at the screen, his face slowly turns. Jiao Jiao looks absolutely gorgeous today. Second, his true nature shows. Frantic and licking the screen, sending multiple dick rocks. Help, I can't stop. The stream explodes with get. Good evening, boss. Good evening, leg hair bro. Thanks to the big spender for letting us nobody see some special effects. And with that, the stream officially begins. Background music starts playing. Jiao Jiao first lights 2 red candles, then takes out a jade bracelet wrapped in red cloth from a box. This is a relic sent to ask if her mother in the other world is doing well. Suddenly a cold wind blows. The bell rings wildly. The wind's picking up. Han, watching this scene, is already shaken. But so what? Nothing can stop his love for Jiao Jiao. While nervous, he tries frantically lighting to numb his brain's fear cell. But then the candle goes out. Jiao Jiao slowly and solemnly says, I see her. The comments explode again. Aha! Jiao Jiao, protect us. Yep, our boy Hang fears nothing except ghosts. Now he's so scared he's hiding under the covers. His body's shaking, muttering to himself, why isn't my roommate's hall back? Yeah. At the same time, after the stream ends, Jiao Jiao's in the changing, takes off the heels, removes the wig, and returns to his normal look. The streamer Jiao Jiao is actually the bully's roommate, Qiao Qingwu. Chao just finished up and gets a message from Han. Okay, heading back, it's urgent. Really urgent. Someone in the dorm bed just watched a paranormal stream. Chao wants to hurry back. But right as he leaves, he hears people gossiping. Man, they're saying he looks too pretty dressed as a girl. Wow. The manager turns around. Speak of the devil. This redhead creep comes right up and puts his hand on Tao's shoulder. Cao, if you were a girl, I'd have asked you out ages ago. Hey, Cao doesn't look fazed at all. Really? But his eyes make the redhead pull back his hand and stumble back several steps. Then shakily point at Chao's eyes. Did you forget to take out your contacts? Why is only one eye green? Chao smirks and says probably. Let's see if you dare hit on me again. Hey, I'll scare you good. Anyway, I'm out. Once he's gone, the redhead's still shaking. What's wrong, bro? What happened? See, I told you not to be so sleazy. You made Cao mad. I'm just naturally smooth, can't help it. Cao gets back to school. The hallway's quiet as a tomb. But next second, all the doors suddenly open at once. Then students crowd around, like they're worried about him. So worried they can't even sleep. Surrounding him. The bully's in a bad mood. Be careful. They're already imagining what's about to happen. Quick, bossy CEO and his little sub. Yes. Right? Can't even do one little thing, right? What use are you? Don't put on that pitiful act. You've made me angry now. Hey, Cao. Promise me you'll protect yourself. Cao sighs, 4 eyes. Promise me you'll stop reading those romance novels. Right there. The dorm door behind him suddenly bangs open. A figure appears. Lightning fast, grabs Cao and drags him into the room. What just happened? The bully took Cao. Oh no. The fierce bully everyone fears is secretly a clingy big baby. And the little roommate looks innocent, but he's got a little devil inside. The roommate's whistle nearly made someone wet themselves on the spot. Just now, Cao was forcibly dragged back to the room by the bully. First he looked all angry, demanding why he's back so late. Then, suddenly his body shuddered. All his tough guy energy straight up clings to Cao and whines. Do you know how worried I was? Truth is, he's been holding his pee this whole time, too scared to go. Cao chuckles. He knows what's up, but he's curious. But Yihang's terrified of ghosts. So why does he keep watching paranormal streams? That's my business. Right now you need to come with me to the bathroom. Otherwise, if I really pee my pants, how am I supposed to live? The second Hank gets close to Cao, he smells that unique young energy. Cao's afraid he'll lose control, so he quickly pushes him away. You're a grown man. Why are you clinging like a kid? Hank's clearly at his limit, walking slower than an old lady. But this just makes Cao want to tease him more. He's good boy, yeah. It's just that. Cao rubs his chin, thinking how to mess with him. Then suddenly he goes off. Says, he rushed back. And he's really thirsty. Slowly grabs the kettle and pours water. The sound of water. Hang immediately tenses up, clenches tight, so he doesn't burst right there. This cracks Cao, covering his mouth. Legs aren't working right, begging him to hurry up. Cao swallows his last sip. That way, leads the way. Let's go, but after 2 steps, suddenly remember something. Grab something off the table. Oh, right, I got you your favorite. Meals, don't you only eat it fresh? Why not try a bite while it's here? He does love the stuff. Just as the bully's torn between choices. He nearly scares himself again. Why are you blowing a whistle out of nowhere? Cao's not very sincere. Explains it came free with the cake. I didn't know it would be that loud. Did I scare you? Oops, sorry. I forgot you're still holding it. Saying sorry out loud. But inside, he can barely hide his amusement. When everyone imagines their dorm life, Hang acting like a boss, moving all day, making him look like a slave. But it's the complete opposite. Anyone who saw this scene would shout 2 words, insane. Right now, Cao's holding down the guy who's about to lose it. Good boy. Hold on a bit more. One bite of mas and we'll go. You are asking where to read this amazing comic. The pop-up shows it. The bully finally makes it to the bathroom. But trouble always comes at the worst time. He's desperate to go, but the zipper stuck. Won't budge. Then a hand suddenly reaches. Let me help. Cao doesn't hesitate. Comes up from behind. Whoa. A heart racing. Don't rush. I'll help. Almost there. Almost there. Hang's really desperate. Cao gets even closer. Cao doesn't think this level of help is weird at all. Happy like he just finished a major task. Meanwhile, our boy Han can only mutter and curse a certain green plants event. Pop down. Next second. After relieving himself, Hang's back to feeling great. Arm around. He starts bragging about his favorite streamer Xiaoji. How gentle and beautiful she is. Focused. He's on the unwashed hand on his shoulder. So he immediately pulls away. Reminds him you didn't wash your hands. Gross. Gross. He got realizing this. Someone's offended again. Damn. You think I'm gross? Late night Hang's fast asleep. But Qiao's eyes are wide open, looking worried. The cork spots on his body haven't faded. His teeth are the same. Yeah, as you guessed. Cao is a Jiangshi. Every night, Jiangshi traits show up because he lacks yang energy. But he's not a complete Jiangshi. It happened once when sorting through his dad's old accident made him absorb corpse energy. Since then, his body is essentially human. But at night, things changed when he met Li Yihang. That day he saw this pitiful looking guy crouched on the ground, looking fierce and mean, told him not to block the way. Said if you're sick, go to the hospital. That brief moment of contact made Cao feel warmth like never before. Because of Hang's touch, he faded like a dark gloomy robe, suddenly pierced by sunlight, warming his whole being. 放在老乔日来 was just being near Hang. Nice. Even though his body's still cold, he still feels like he's in the sunlight. No surprise, he fell for that feeling. Who would have thought? This pure young tough guy rich kid is actually a scaredy cat who's afraid. But that also gives Cao a chance. Easy way to get close to him.
To absorb yang energy.
Cao looks at the corpse size quietly. Guess I didn't absorb enough yang energy from Han. Gotta figure out another way. You are asking where to read this amazing comic. The pop-up shows it. To absorb yang energy. The little Jiangxi agrees to share a bed with Hang immediately tries to warm him up. Our conservative Cao is genuinely freaked out. What are you doing? All on his own. Hey, every night, gets cold star spots all over. He's thought about it, and there's only one solution. Next second, the window suddenly opens. Wind rushing into the room. Hey, he opened it on purpose. He's not closing it. Nah, the fresh air's nice. But you know, tonight's when the ghost gate opens. Sure enough, Hang freezes. Just his luck. Our boy Hang's so scared he can't move. He pulls the blanket tight, but he can't fall asleep. And doesn't dare open his eyes. Can't stop thinking. All the ghosts will come out. He feels like it's getting cold around. And it's like an evil ghost is right in front of him. Already targeting him. Hang springs up from bed. Cao help! 撞到把棒 snake 都不太上去 Nice progress. This time he actually Yao Cao rolled over, ready to keep pretending to sleep. Hang Ji was right there by the bed, hugging a pillow and staring at him. We're all scared. How about we sleep together? Yao Cao's sneaky plan worked. He was thrilled. He patted the spot next to him. Come on up. The moment he lay down,
it's bad for sleep.
Someone's hand was already on his waist. This time it was Xiao Cao who jumped. What are you doing? Han Ji, the school tough guy, was scared. So he made up an excuse about keeping just like that on a 5-foot single bed. He managed to leave a whole foot of space. Xiao Cao reminded him again nicely. If you're scared, don't watch paranormal streams. But Han Ji got sad just thinking about not seeing Jiao. He sniffled and said, all embarrassed. But I just like Jiao. What can I do? Dude, do you even hear yourself? Late at night, Han Ji was already out, but Xiao Cao suddenly woke up. Out softly. Han Ji. No response from the guy distance between them now. This won't do. Cao rubbed his chin, his sweet lips staring at Han Ji. Looks like a foodie eyeing a delicious meal. Suddenly he snapped. Got it. A second. The wind started howling weirdly again. He turned and dove straight into Xiaokao's arms. Tao, where's this creepy wind coming from? I'm so scared. Now Xiaokao was sad. On the surface he comforted him, don't worry. Inside, he was thrilled. Let's see where you run now. Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. Just check what pops up. After just one night, the tough guy got wrecked. In the morning, he got up with weak legs and face planted. Haha. Now who's the weak one? I won't say, you can see for yourself. This goes back to last time. Hangji got spooked by another gust of wind. When Hangji got close, his masculine energy immediately surrounded him. Xiaokao couldn't resist at all. All charged up, feels so good. Hangji's mouth was the toughest part of him. In the middle of summer, he insisted on cuddling to warm his roommate. Before he could agree, his hand was already there. Let my manly body warm you up. Don't be too tight. Xiaokao suddenly felt something move down to his peach area. Wait, where are you going? Next second, Xiaokao gasped out loud. Hangji didn't stop, he got worse. Cao, is your body really this weak? You're cold all year round. Your waist is so tiny, no meat at all. People who don't know would think I'm starving. Cao looked uncomfortable and pushed him away. Hangji didn't care. He even tried to push Xiaokao's hand under his own shirt. They slept like that all night. In the morning, Xiaokao woke first and shot up from bed. He felt refreshed and full of energy. But when he turned to look, Ji's face was pale with dark circles under his eye. Did I absorb his energy too much? Lately my body feels like it never gets enough. Xiaokao looked at the weak guy and couldn't help sighing. It's my fault. I was too intense. Hangji greeted Xiaokao, looking like he hadn't slept enough. Morning, Cao. But the moment his foot hit the floor, his face planted. Even his butt showed dark circles. Dark circles on steady legs. Meanwhile, Xiaokao looked great. Hangji was still kneeling on the floor, unable to get up. Is this some new morning ritual Hangji learned? Pretty weird. That's odd. Plus, he felt like his body was drained. Maybe a fox spirit got him at night. Xiaokao felt like the truth was coming out. Drained. Weak legs. Oh no. Did I do him? Huh. Well, you asked where to read this amazing comic. Just check what pops up. He personally fed him a super nutritious breakfast. But then Four Eyes accidentally saw them. I'm such a genius. Last time Hangji woke up so weak he couldn't even stand. He suspected a fox was his body. But then someone else. Weak legs, cold sweat, dark circles. I was too rough and wore him out. Xiaokao figured he'd been adding lots of goji berries to Hang's cup. And lots of supplements was. So I know a fact. Maybe the method's wrong. He suddenly remembered certain indescribable scenes. He had a vision. Just skin contact is the least efficient way to absorb energy. But it drains Hangji the most. On the other hand, more intimate contact absorbs energy faster and doesn't hurt Hangji at all. Advising Xiaokao came to a conclusion. Gotta get intimate with Hangji soon. Since Hangji likes Jiao so much, might as well use that identity to do something. But right now, what's more important? Making up for his mistake. Right. He won't be a jerk who just hits it and quits. Xiaokao immediately grabbed Hangji's hand, looking sincere. Want me to carry you to the bathroom? 行在新家的透明命个是猪片和仅够直到立柜以外多挖的约掐伤了他 and he fed him personally. Come on, open up. Hangji was still groggy and not fully awake. Hangji got some soup on the corner of his mouth. Xiaokao wiped it with his finger and curiously tasted it. Not bad. Next second, he just went shoveling food into Hangji's mouth. Just then, Four Eyes burst in to call Hangji for class. The scene shocked him. He was stunned by what he saw. Xiaokao was gently wiping Hangji's mouth with a napkin. Just as he thought. Poor Cao. He lives under the bully's control every day. Hello, 有眼吗? Whoa! Four Eyes was scared, but still found the courage to speak. Liang, you've gone too far. The moment he said that, he just ran off for no reason. He ran crying. Poor Cao. Ha! Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. Just check what pops up. Xiaokao's dragon kicks couldn't shake Hangji off. One line about being a real man made Hangji rise up. A haunted house is nothing. Even death door has to step aside. Everyone move. 往高过去没？在平浦广我京举是书望区的存和性 Who fears nothing? Duma, Yumi, I can see the real Jiao. She even hinted at the top sign. If you don't go, you know roof. Wow. Maybe even heaven's helping him. As Jiao's biggest fan, this rare chance to get close to his crush. He can't miss it. Haha, Hangji was so happy he could fly. Even if it's death's door, he's going through. But Tough Talk can't escape getting slapped in the face. They had the meet and greet. Before Hangji even got in, the front desk scared him to death. He grabbed Xiaokao's leg and wouldn't let go. Yelling he's not playing, wants to go home. Even the experienced front desk guy started doubting himself. Did he overdo it and scare someone? People are watching. Where do you put your face? Now, Pa. Eyes shut, hands tight, not letting go no matter what. He's got strength up. Why not lend some to his guts? And the two of them looked at each other helplessly. If you don't care about face, Xiaokao realized he had to think fast and get Han Ji inside. Only then could he transform into Jiao Jiao to meet Han Ji. Only as Jiao Jiao could he carry out his plan. Xiaokao steeled himself and used his dragon kicks. But Han Ji stuck tighter than super glue, couldn't shake him off. No choice but to pull out the trump card. You're clinging to my leg. Don't you want to see Jiao Jiao? Hearing his crush's name, Han Ji started loosening. The front desk guy took the chance to help. Sir, this won't do. Look, other fans already went in. He pointed toward the entrance. Inside stood fans excitedly waiting for Jiao Jiao. Plus, this game requires players to enter the haunted house. Only then does the game officially start. Hey. Know what it means to be a real man. Ha. You sure know how to push a man's buttons. Just for his manly pride, Han Ji had no way out. Plus Xiaokao kept saying Jiao Jiao this Jiao Jiao that. The Han Ji thought of his crush's beautiful, angelic face. His heart surged. Han Ji, your love is waiting inside for you. If you don't, someone else will steal Jiao Jiao. 先局要免冠身亡，接下交流将旁边一起。Han Ji took that decisive step. He could already see Jiao Jiao waving at him. Open her arms to welcome him. Jiao Jiao, I'm sorry. You waiting. I'm coming. Jiao cried with joy. My dad, I finally waited. My princess, don't be scared. I'll get you out of here right away. Mama, I trust you. My brave knight. Han Ji imagined the whole beauty romance in his head. You're right. Spirit fully awakened at that moment. Wow. Didn't think this trick would work so well. He's in. Han Ji finally got to interact with his favorite streamer. Han Ji got so excited he pulled off her wig. The goddess turned into his roommate. Now, Jiao Jiao's haunted house meet and greet was almost over. Huh? The front desk guy suddenly said a fan was missing. Jiao Jiao realized Han Ji disappeared at some point, so she rushed back to the haunted house. But after searching forever, no sound. Then a faint noise came from nearby. Jiao Jiao opened the coffin and sure enough, Han Ji was inside. He was too scared to come out the whole time. He was mumbling, half out of it. My beautiful Princess Jiao, you're not here to say.
Jiao Jiao rolled her eyes.
With a knight like you, the princess would be dead 100 times. But still, saving him came first. Jiao Jiao leaped into the coffin, then skillfully pinched his pressure. But Han Ji had been out too long. It didn't work. Jiao Jiao stared at the guy under her for 3 seconds. No choice. Looks like it's time for mouth to mouth. Jiao Jiao just went for it and leaned down. Han Ji was still dreaming about his princess and knight. His lips suddenly touched something. Han Ji opened his eyes. He saw his crush and immediately held her down, wanting to go deeper. They were in the middle of intense resuscitation. So how would Han Ji realize his crush was his roommate all along? Next, Han Ji had a feast in his dream. The scene's too much to describe. You can imagine it however you like. Who knows how long passed. Han Ji groggily heard someone calling him. He opened his eye. Jiao Jiao was gone. The person in front of him was his roommate Xiaokao. He was in the haunted house. How'd he end up in the door? Thinking about that steamy dream,
Han Ji was too embarrassed to face anyone. Just now.
Did he mistake Xiaokao for Jiao Jiao? Xiaokao suddenly spoke behind him. You're finally awake. Han Ji freaked out and screamed. Aha! Haunted House After Effects. Someone asked where to read this amazing comic. Just check what pops up. Xiao Cao stayed by his side, taking care of him every step of the way, one moment checking his temperature. It made Han's heart race irregularly. His mind uncontrollably flashed back to those steamy scenes from his dream.
No way, absolutely
Right
not.
then Xiao Cao was about to give Han some water. He gulped down 3 big glasses to keep his head clear. Xiao Cao thought Han was acting weird after waking up, but couldn't figure out what was wrong. Next second, their hands accidentally touched while passing the glass. Han freaked out and yanked his hand back, his whole body trembling slightly. Xiao Cao was even more confused. Han's face turned bright red, stammering for ages without getting out a complete sentence. Xiao Cao only caught the words yesterday. Could Han be asking about? Xiao Cao suddenly raised his hand and smacked Han on the head. You were so embarrassing yesterday. The big tough guy passed out in the haunted house. And Jiao girl had to go in and rescue you. Xiao Cao clicked his tongue twice on Dude, I think you got the script backwards. Han was shocked and thrilled. Jiao saved him. So that dream wasn't a dream. They say fortune favors. That fainting spell was totally worth it. Even gave you mouth to mouth. Unbelievable. Thinking about that moment made Han lose his cool. Oh my god, he actually had intimate contact with his crush. Dreams do come true. Xiao Cao watched him make all sorts of excited noises. He confirmed again and again to Han that it really happened. Han finally couldn't contain his joy and started dancing around. Awesome. Next second, Han pushed Xiao Cao down on a chair. He demanded all the juicy details. Like what position Jiao used for the mouth-to-mouth, whether she held him.
Xiao Cao suddenly felt guilty.
He quickly denied responsibility. How would I know what happened? Han wouldn't give up, asking him to at least describe what happened before he fainted. While Xiao Cao did successfully get close to Han, using Jiao's identity and absorb pure yang energy. Seeing Han with that lovesick look on his face, it somehow really annoyed him. Xiao, come on, tell me. Not telling, so annoying.
The tough guy chickened out
He promised
again.
to go with his roommate to the old library to research. Before he could enter, he was already clinging to someone and playing dead. After the haunted house incident, Han stuck to Xiao Cao like Xiao Cao was a bit helpless and confused. Sure, he needed to absorb yang energy, but they didn't need to be together every single moment. Going to class together was one thing, but peeing together too. And even pooping together. Showering together. The imagery was too much to bear. Now Xiao Cao was getting more and more frustrated about to do something to relieve it, when 4 eyes just happened to show up again at the wrong. I heard you guys have to go to the old library in the ethics building for this class. And if you don't want to fail, you have to go. Han didn't think much of it. What's the big deal about looking up some materials? Four Eyes pushed up his glasses with a sinister look. You guys don't know yet? That place is a well-known forbidden zone. Deserted during the day, full of dark energy at night. A teacher committed suicide there. After that, few people dared to set foot. Ghostly flames often appear inside, and ghost shadows float around too. But Xiao Cao and Han were listening intently, when suddenly both their shoulders got slapped hard. Four Eyes, you really know how to scare people. Han immediately went weak and nearly dropped his phone. So yeah, only the poor souls who took this class would go to that building. Good luck to you guys. Han was so mad he wanted to punch you like your face. Keep talking trash and I'll make you sorry. That afternoon, the two headed alone to the abandoned library to look for materials. Sure enough, Han chickened out before even entering. Coming here to see ghosts, might as well go back and watch Xiao's live stream. Xiao Cao pulled out a flashlight determined to go in. Han could only cling to him and act like a scaredy cat. With every step, he shook 3 times, asking if they were there yet. Are you kidding? We've only been in here 99 seconds. The library's on the 3rd floor. At your speed, we won't get there by dark. The closer we go to the destination, the tighter Han grip. This useless guy was now fully hanging on him, making him drag him along. But the guy was still stubborn as a mule, saying he didn't believe Four Eyes rumors and wasn't that scared. Oh really? Then get off me and prove it. If you can stand up. Amazing, just amazing. The elevator door opened to a terrifying sight. Our tough guy got scared and fainted on the spot. I've been really brave lately, from the haunted house to exploring the abandoned library at night. But he regretted it the moment. Four Eyes said there were ghost flames and ghost shadows. Could it be true? Even the spider spinning a web on the wall was enough to make Han hide. And he'd heard an even scarier one. The legend of the human model in the creepy classroom building. Xiao Cao stayed calm as usual. Oh, you know about that? Didn't it scare you? Han snorted. It's all that damn Four Eyes. That guy told him all this stuff, saying the 4th floor here is the deception room. Cadavers preserved in formaldehyde. Every night they come out and even take the elevator around looking for food. Han shone the flashlight up at his face from below, trying to scare Xiao Cao. When the elevator door opened, Han totally wimped out. The next second, the scene before his eyes made his blood pressure spike. A person in white holding a half-dissected cadaver. Han lived up to expectations, screamed his head off, and fainted on the spot. The tough guy's got some nerve. Green hair felt a bit bad about scaring someone unconscious. She quickly apologized and explained she's a medical student at school. Because they have dissection class tomorrow. They're often busy during the day, so they come move cadavers at night. Green hair looked at Han and asked if he needed first aid. Xiao Cao glanced at what she was holding and shook his head. If Han knew hands that touched the cadaver were pressing his philtrum, he'd definitely faint again. No need, he'll wake up on his own in a bit. You go ahead with your work. Han leaned against the wall. He quickly patted his face a few times. Luckily this time he didn't faint for long. Han woke up right away. Xiao Cao was about to lecture this scaredy cat, when suddenly Han's expression changed, pointing at something while stammering excitedly. Cao, there's something behind you. Then without thinking twice, he lunged at Xiao Cao. Cao, save me! It's flames! They're really all ghost flames. Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. At first, you need the Tencent Comics app. Open the app and search for Supernatural Roommate in the search bar. That's the one that comes up. Even though Hang's a chicken, he's pretty strong. He can easily lift his wife up. Hang said smugly for his wife to eat more or he'll blow away in the wind being so light. Little did he know Xiao Cao was secretly laughing. If I keep eating you'll turn into a mummy. Just now, blue flames suddenly appeared behind Xiao Cao. Xiao Cao turned around. Where were the ghost flames? Just fireflies with phosphorus. Hang opened his eyes skeptically and was instantly captivated by the beautiful spectacle before. He couldn't help but curiously reach out to poke. The moment the blue flame disappeared, their fingers touched. As their eyes met, heartbeats echoed through the quiet hallway. It's just phosphorus, I knew that. Then as if to save face, Han put his hand on his hip. I told you there were no ghosts or demons. We're just scaring ourselves. I was just testing to see if you were scared. Not bad, Qiao. As Han spoke, he was already swaggering ahead, leading the way. Just to show he wasn't scared at all. Xiao Cao watched him walk with matching arms and legs, pretending to be calm and could only chuckle. After that, they finally made it to the library without incident. Xiao Cao found the book he wanted on the top shelf. But no matter how hard he tried to stand on his tiptoes, he couldn't reach it, was too high. Then suddenly a pair of hands appeared on either side of his waist. In a quick lift, before he could react, he was already sitting on Hang's shoulders. Getting the book was a piece of cake. Half an hour later they finally gathered all the material. Hang casually remarked, Xiao Cao, you're so light. I can pick you up with one hand, better not get blown away by it. Xiao Cao secretly laughed to himself. Ha, if I keep eating, you'll definitely become a mummy. Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. First, you need the Tencent Comics app. Open the app and search for Supernatural Roommate in the search bar. The one that comes up. Strange moaning sounds came from the dark, quiet room. The fearless tough guy's face instantly turned red as a tomato. His brain was thinking he should turn it off right now. But his eyes were like, it looks good, really good, want to see more. That night, Xiao Cao was reading in the drawer. Suddenly, he heard heavy breathing next to him. Han was rolling up his sleeves and flexing his arm. What are you doing? Han turned around with a smug expression. He touched his slightly bulging arm. Check out these muscles. What? Xiao Cao looked completely baffled. Han cracked his knuckles and laughed wickedly. Time to send Four Eyes to heaven. For running his mouth all day spreading nonsense. Xiao Cao sighed silently, so he's getting revenge for being scared in the classroom building. But Han only went out for 11 seconds before coming back all aggressive. Then carefully closed the door. Then gloriously turned around with a triumphant smile. Xiao flamed in surprise. That was way too fast. Man, that Four Eyes really can't take a pun. What a whip. Who knew Han would suddenly mysteriously pull out a flash drive? Chow, guess what good stuff Four Eyes handed over to save his skin. Without waiting for a response, Han eagerly plugged it into the computer. He even thoughtfully turned off the lights. When I went over, I found their whole dorm huddled together watching something sneaky. Han figured anything that's sneaky must be good stuff. Of course, something this good should be shared with Kao. Here we go. Han was so excited. Let me see what good stuff this is. The moment the sound came on, Han, who'd never experienced this before, couldn't help but blush. What is this? Han was thinking he should pause and turn it off right now. But his eyes couldn't be controlled. It looks good, wanna watch, definitely good stuff. His frantic heartbeat accelerated in his chest. Han felt his whole face was burning up. He clenched his fist and made up his mind. Chao, why don't you try it with me? Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. First, you need the Tencent Comics app. Open the app and search for Supernatural Roommate in the search. That's the one that comes up. The tough guy was secretly watching an adult from the door. Xiao Cao was quietly observing from the side. So nervous, could this be his first time? So he worriedly patted Han's shoulder and asked if he was okay. Han jumped and realized he'd embarrassed himself. No way, the tough guy can't lose face. Han coughed twice, gave himself a thumbs up. What could be wrong? This is nothing. Jeez, I've got tons of experience. For what? His bragging made Xiao Cao laugh out loud right there. Han was about to ask why he was laughing, but Xiao Cao's gesture of covering his mouth unexpectedly reminded him of his crotch. Han got shy again. Your lips look like gels. That dream in the coffin flashed through his mind again. Oh no. His heart was pounding violently. Li Han. Han tried hard to shake off his wild thought. Han, why is your face so red? Is it too hot? I'm fine. The strange sounds from the computer kept going. Han snuck a glance at Xiao Cao, who was seriously watching beside. His heartbeat started racing again. Xiao Cao suddenly leaned close to Han Jiang. He quickly looked down and swallowed, seeming to think about something. When he looked up again, Han decisively put his hand on Xiao Cao's shoulder. Cao, want to practice the technique with me? We're brothers. You help me first, then I'll help you. Xiao Cao looked confused at first. Then it clicked. He got it. He made a shape with his hand. Oh, you mean this technique? Will Han get what he wants? Some of you asked where to read this amazing comic. But first, you need the Tencent Comics app. Open the app and search for Supernatural Roommate in the search. That's the one that comes up. Unbelievable. The tough guy blatantly asked his little roommate to practice with him. Could it be the kind of practice we're thinking of? Just now, Han boldly proposed brothers, helping each other out. Xiao Cao asked Han with a playful look if it was like this. 10 minutes later, besides the original moaning sounds, there were now breathing sounds too. From the blurry footage and Han's excited little hands, you know how exciting the content is. Xiao Cao suddenly looked up with a mischievous smile and gripped what was in his hand. You mean like this? Next comes Han's moments of enjoyment. You guys can imagine the rest according to your preference. Won't need to charge for